I mean, I don't see how we can't be happy about that.
Decomposing, you been bugging.
It should. So I immediately, set myself up, to expect a new week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Raider Nation. How's everybody doing today? It is Tuesday, June 11th. And I am a happy camper, man. We are getting closer and closer to what everyone is waiting for. That first preseason game, which, yeah, I know a lot of people don't pay attention to it, but us football nerds, yeah, we be geeking out on this stuff, man. That's just the way it goes. All these plays matter, man. This is where the rookies get to, shine and show what they can do. Try to make a spot, whether it be practice squad, roster, right? You never know. But it's time to make some noise when those pads get on and, we get in the camp. But let's pump the brakes. We got plenty of time for that. We're nowhere close to that. Nowhere close to that at all. But yeah, OTAs are finally over. I've gone through all of the offense as far as the rookies, who we expect to start, who we expect to make the squad. And it is now time for us to talk about the defensive side of the ball, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really excited because, there's a lot to talk about on the defensive side of the ball. What's our strengths? What's our weaknesses? Who do you love? Who do you hate? Right? We got a lot of people that, may not necessarily care for, if you will, certain situations and so forth. So it's just good time, man. It's really good time right now to start gauging some of this stuff, man. I mean, everybody's starting to try to make a name for themselves. Social media is changing everything, ladies and gentlemen. It's wild how many interviews these guys are doing now, talking to the public, which I recall that was a huge no-no. Don't get me wrong, I don't agree with that. I think absolutely you should be talking, especially at the pro level. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, the amount of money we spend to watch the games, all of the, sports paraphernalia. I mean, we spend a lot of money. So, it's only right. It's absolutely only right. But yeah, linebackers. I believe we kept 5 in total. We started out with 8. I got some slides and so forth to go over for us to discuss that and, see how we're going to break it down and who we expect to, stay, who we expect to go. I mean, I think we all kind of know who we expect to start. But even with that being said, I had hinted upon it earlier, strengths and weaknesses on defense, right? As a unit, right? You have, right, your cornerbacks, your secondary. You have your defensive line. And you have your linebackers. And even within those areas, you have more pockets of teams or groups, if you will, right? And, your defensive tackles versus defensive ends, right? And a combination, if you will. Then you also obviously got your corners versus your safeties. And then linebackers, you got middle linebackers versus outside linebackers, or Sams or Wills, right? It just depends on the type of defense. I believe we only run with two linebackers for the most part, right? And I think we manipulate and play a lot in the secondary as far as that's concerned when it comes to safeties versus nickels. And, that Patrick Graham is he's a stud with that. So we gotta wait and see how that goes on his side of the fence. Yeah, so I'm not sure, man. Something strange. I see a few. I don't see anybody in the chat, but we always know chat lives matter. My guy, who he's kind of obligated to be in now. Shout out to Big Bro, protect the shield. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe people are late. Maybe it's a game. I actually have no idea. But either way, I started out talking to myself for several weeks at the very beginning with literally not a single. I don't even think my wife watched me at that point. So trust me, Turf is all good with it. And I know that people watch after. So, I mean, hey, maybe this is something that'll lead me more towards doing a little bit more of programmed, meaning pre-recorded videos. Maybe that'll be helpful. We'll have to see. But in any event, back to the defense. Cheers. So, what is our weakest link defensively as a unit? Let's start out with the big one first. Would you say it's linebackers? Would you say it's cornerbacks? Would you say it's the defensive line? I think it's very obvious and apparent that our defensive line is nowhere close to our weakest link. And in fact, it is absolutely our number one top strength. And that's probably across the board on the entire team. Offense, defensively, special teams. It's probably going to be the best defensive front in the NFL, and who knows how long we can keep this group together to become maybe one of the most dominant defensive lines of all time. That's what I see. They already built a really nice solid piece, with the centerpiece of it all, in my opinion, is Wilkins. I think that's huge. We already had Max, and now you got Kuntz coming around, right? I can't wait to do the whole, defensive line just in general. It's a lot of juicy, pause, kind of combinations you can put defensive line wise. That's actually going to cause major problems for a lot of offenses, and I think we will do a little bit more of the dictating. Kind of like how we are going to do more of the dictating offensively. I think that's huge in how I view us stepping into the season. It looks like we will be dictating everything on both sides of the ball. I mean, the only thing that's a toss-up, which is for everybody, is this whole new special teams thing. That's a toss-up. No idea how that's going to play out. It's new for everybody. Some people, right? I mean, I can only imagine that you have had to have hired someone from the XFL or wherever they started this immediately, effectively. The guy gets a job, 6 figures. Come on. It's your only job. I want to know the best of the best. You came from the league. You should have all the stats, the numbers, the data, statistics to tell us what we need to be doing and treating that accordingly. So that's how I see it. But yeah, so as stated, absolutely not. Defensive line is number one. Numero uno. It is going to dictate everything. It's going to set the tone. It's going to set the pace. That's just the way I see it. Now, as far as big groups, right? That leaves what? Your corners or your secondary, I should say. I should stop saying corners because corners are corners. It's position. Yeah, so your secondary, right? Or your linebacking core. Uh, some would argue, that absolutely, our cornerback or our secondary is definitely going to be the weakest link. But is it possible they may have the biggest potential stars, right? Meaning, Jack Jones, he's on his way. It's just a matter of time, right? We're going to pay one out of the two as far as safeties is concerned in Epps and or Maury. And both of those guys, Epps, proven guy, already got a Super Bowl under his belt. I think he's shown his worth last season, did really well. And Maury, he's doing well. So, either of those guys can break out. Maury is the one that I would seem to think has more of an impact and ability being younger. Has been playing through injuries. I respect any corner, any secondary guy, or just defensive guy, period, in general, for playing with a club, meaning that their hands are tied up. That is literally one of the advantages of defense is being able to use your hands, at the line of scrimmage, etc. So, but yeah, and then how are you picking anything? You're guaranteed to be a target for the most part when it matters. It's absolutely going to be a game plan. They're going to know you're coming in with a cast. It's it is what it is, man. So I think he played well through that. Him and Hobbs both had to deal with that. Again, so just a lot of stars and potential, right? Hobbs, I already consider him a star in my book. Hobbs, I think he's amazing for a 5th round pick. The way he plays, yeah, I admire the way he plays. So, yeah, secondary probably, got the biggest upside, right? Got the biggest ceiling. But right now, we are on linebackers, ladies and gentlemen, linebackers. So, what does that mean? That means we are absolutely trying to find some talent, right? Talent. So let's look. Talent. Look, this is how it started out last year, right? During, right? June. I believe these names were, as far as being part of the team 90 plus roster, right? Came June 1st. So that's initially what you're looking at, right? And what I love about it is, they kind of, let you know where they came from, undrafted, 21st, yeah, I don't know what the other ones mean, but you can figure it out. That part doesn't matter. The part that matters is that, after the draft, getting through OTAs and rookies and so forth, this is who we kept: Spillane, Diablo, Butler, Masterson, Bernie, Bolton, Mwaga, Kanai, and Drake Thomas. That's what we kept. And, that's 8 people. Those were the 8 that we started camp with. Started, the 90 plus roster. And then from there started, to make our cuts. And immediately Um, after 53-man roster, we got it boiled down to 5. So you got Robert Spillane starting, right? And as I've said, we play with like the middle and the will, I believe, is the type of defense. Those are the 2 positions that we have at linebacker. I'm sure there's probably some sets where they bring in 3 linebackers, maybe even 4 goal line. It just depends, right? Who knows? I wouldn't put anything past Patrick Graham. And in fact, I actually just heard through the press conference that this new rule on special teams very well may introduce more linebacker play. Don't ask me why. I guess because of the way the line of scrimmage is. I have no idea. I just know that's what I heard in the presser from Raiders. So, this tells me that, hey, let's put somebody on the bubble here tonight. Let's see who we put as that guy that, hey, if we do decide to keep a 6th linebacker and not 5, as you're seeing right now, right, then that's what we do. We had Robert Spillane starting in the center, right, middle linebacker, and then Divine Diablo. He was our Willback. Amari Burney, backed up Spillane. Luke Masterson backed up and stepped up for Diablo when it mattered. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Obviously Diablo didn't play, and we're going to talk about these guys, right? We're going to step through these gentlemen today, real quick. Pause. Man, my guy got me thinking. Yeah, I guess. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Let's continue. I'll put it to you guys this way, man. It's kind of wild how things work. I assure you that I didn't pick linebackers because of this or out of this, but one of my old teammates passed away. R.I.P. Rodney Ellis, and condolences to his family and so forth. But he was a linebacker. The guy was a freak of nature, absolute freak of nature, and dude could jump out the gym 40 something crazy, like a 46-inch. But it was absolutely dope, and we all used to pile into the gym to watch him. But linebacker, a special dude, and I can honestly say I don't see any of our guys being anything special from that respect. I do like Spillane. I think he's a monster. He has the ability to be one of those all-time Raider linebacker greats that has the ability to do it all. Play against the run, play against the pass, But I just had to put that out there. Shout out to that, It's unfortunate. Unfortunate. But back to the football. And Curtis Bolton, right, was that 5th guy, if you will. And that's kind of how we ended it out from the top 8 that you see. Now, if you look in that corner, you'll see that the practice squad, not sure if Abby and anybody knows, but you can put it in the chat. Do you know? I see 9 and 10. I see a couple of people in the chat now, but yeah, how many people you can keep on the practice squad? This list might be a little deceiving because it might have 1 or 2 more, but the answer is, I believe, 16. Yeah, you have 16 spots, and I don't think it. I'm sure. No, I don't know. I don't know the rules of how many you can keep at one position. I know that there's rules of how many years allowed, right? And some other stipulations on that from that respect. But yeah, I'm not sure about how many in a specific position you can keep. But if you look at us, the only linebacker we had was Kanai, right? My Malga, how you pronounce it. He was that guy. So there you go. That was the 6 out of 8. So that means that Drake, right? Drake and Butler caught the axe and ended up back on the practice squad at some point. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm just leading this up for y'all to show where, you know, we're trying to cook for the night and see what people think. And, you know, what my thoughts are, obviously, turf and where I think the direction we're going to go with linebackers. So, yeah, I really want to check out all of them individually. Maybe we'll get deep. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But just showing this, we'll have that bonus, right? Remember, we'll keep that bonus, that 6 person in mind. I think in this scenario here, that bonus 6 person, if they had the same scenario last year, looking at this list, probably would have been Darian Butler. That's got to be my guess. It's strange, you know. He got hurdled by Bernie. I just assumed that Bernie just outperformed him, right? And it may have not even been a knock on Butler. Who knows? I mean, we're talking really, they're not solid. Again, this is why some people are saying, hey, man, maybe the linebacking core is potentially the weakest link. Because, yeah, it's going to be pretty rough after our starting 2. And then our starting 2, one of them likes to be hurt. Unfortunately, I shouldn't say likes to be hurt, but you know what I mean. It's just unfortunate. And again, when I'm talking, everybody, we all know, I have absolute mad respect for the players. You know, it is literally just putting it in terms for people to understand as far as how we feel in this. And again, some hopefully you take it as motivation. Others, I mean, hey, if you got out, I mean, it's on you. You're going to get talked about no matter what. You're at the top of the game. Cheers to y'all for that. A lot of us wish we were out there on the field being talked about. Didn't have the talent, right? All those things. A lot of reasons why people didn't. But anyways, I digress. In any event, this is what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, let's go right into it. I mean, you know, out of this list, we obviously know Robert Spillane, Divine Diablo, and Masterson are pretty much a lock, right? We have 2 rookies. I don't know much about Amari Gaynor. What do you guys know about Amari Gaynor? I'd love to know what you guys know. All right, it's time to go real quick and check out what's going on in the chat because things are starting to pick up just a tad here. And people are starting to pedal in. Let's see. Raider Jesse. Spillane, my boy. I hear you. I understand, Raider Jesse. OG Raider 805. Cornerback and linebacker. Yes, those are obviously definitely our issues. Raider Jesse. Yeah. I don't know why I did any of that for you, Raider Jesse. Defensive tackle in secondary? I don't agree with that. Eric's Raiders hater, the channel. Salute. Nation. Salute to you, my guy. Glad you showed up. Hope you enjoy the show. That goes for everybody else that I'm talking to here. We got last. Why? What up? Salute. appreciate you for showing up. Hope you enjoy the show. Last but not least, my God. Salute, Tone. Salute, Turf Raider Nation. Cheers to my dude. I really do appreciate y'all for showing up. And yeah, hope you enjoy this show. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to go straight to the rookie, right? Because we can probably already maybe assume and or expect a guess for this kid to be out of here, right? I mean, I don't know any other way to put it, right? So this is Amari Gaynor. Anybody know anything about him? Yeah, I don't know anything about him. I believe he came from University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. I believe this is who we are. Hometown is Tallahassee. All right. So, I mean, already he's a Florida kid, guys. So, I'm interested now. Now I'm interested. What did he do at North Carolina? Graduate student. I want to see his accolades now. Now I'm intrigued. And why do they have him as a defensive end? Yeah, as linebacker. Interesting. That's very interesting. And then he did play at Florida. Chat, yeah, I have no idea. Let's look at the wiki. So let's look at the wiki. Let's see what the wiki says. The wiki is saying that North Carolina Tar Heels team represented. This is not what we want to see. That's not what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, I mean, it's kind of like this is all you need to know. Which is not good for Amari Gaynor. You're not starting off at on a good foot. I can't even see a wiki on you. I go to your University of North Carolina footage. I know we drafted you as an undrafted free agent. On top of that, I'm not privy to any of your accolades. So let's see this. Let's just do this. College stats. We gonna dig, ladies and gentlemen. I told y'all we gonna dig. My guy Marv is in the building. What up, bro? Mr. Kitchens. One of my day ones, ladies and gentlemen. Salute. Yeah, my guys from the syndicate, they got to meet him when we was out there. You already know it is one of the mains in the syndicate, 25%. The rundown is in the building. What's the deal, my guy? You are the deal. And of course, you already know Tone about the salute, man. That's what's up. Again, appreciate everybody for showing up. Hope you enjoy the show. All right, so yeah, back at it. Man, I don't know what's wrong with whatchamacallit, but yeah. Amari Gaynor stats. Let's check them out. Yeah. Got North Carolina and Florida State. I mean, as a linebacker, I don't see much going on. That's wild how he played for North Carolina. He transferred his last year. Something don't sit right with me on that. Yeah. Something don't sit right with me on that. So you played all 4 years. You played 5 years. Okay, no, you played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years at Florida State. I get it. Grad program. You wanted to get your grad school paid for. Shout out to this market. I get it now. Oh, I 100% get it now. Yeah, so with that being said, His freshman year, 4 games. Yep. Played 4 games. Didn't do nothing. I mean, numbers are limited, ladies and gentlemen. Abysmal from that respect. So he is going to have a absolute hard time making this team. It's going to be real rough for you, guy. Let's at least try. He's undrafted, so let's look at his draft measurables, right? Let's at least see if we can get that. I hate when it does this. Let's see if I can figure this out. No. Amari Gainer draft measurables. Let's see how this goes. From their workout stats. Let's look. Turf is nosy. Yeah. All right, let's see. This don't look good. If this is Amari Gainer, yeah, it's absolutely a wrap. Yeah, it looks like 30-inch vertical, 4.74 and the 40-yard dash. Yeah. Yeah. He's 91.2 out of 100 overall rank was number 239 overall. I can't ride with it. I can't ride with it. I mean, he's a big kid, right? I really don't, somebody's got to give me something on him in the chat, something. I'm just letting y'all know right now, he's just not somebody I see. I mean, we're down to 3 people immediately, effectively, right? And that's going to be Bernie, Butler, and Malga, yeah. And I'm already giving Malga the edge, right? And I don't know if you guys noticed, I've kind of been skipping over this one particular rookie. His name is Tommy Eichenberg. Yeah, shout out to Tommy Eichenberg. I think he's going to be a stud. He's going to have to work on his ability to do work in the passing game, especially if he has to cover. Mainly, right, which he should get a lot of practice with our team. Tight ends, linebackers. Tight ends, running backs. We don't have fullbacks. Some teams may still have fullbacks. That's a good. I wonder if there are any teams we play that actually even have fullbacks. I don't think so. I don't think there's many. Especially on the West Coast, right? It's just the West Coast. It's just not how it goes. It just doesn't go down like that. So yeah. I don't expect us to have to do too much coverage for a linebacker tight end. I think you're going to see a lot of Eichenberg will be behind, more than likely Spillane is my guess, right? That's my guess. It's my guess / assumption. I don't see him. Yeah, I just don't see him behind Diablo. I think Masterson is there. I think his spot is solidified and safe. I have feeling that a lot of guys are trying to be given confidence, and as teammates, you know what I mean. But deep down, I think some of our guys know some of these dudes. That's my guess. but they're still going to show the support publicly and, really root for these guys. I have a hard time, thinking that Bernie is going to make it, right? I think he's really going to struggle to beat out, the other five guys, right? We're already working our way down the list. As we already said, we got Spillane, we got Masterson, we got Eichenberg and Diablo. It's really only one spot. It's really one spot. Anybody disagree with that? Is there anyone that disagrees with the fact that Eichenberg is probably the dude as far as the rookie that's going to make it versus the rookie that's not? And actually make it over some veterans, if you will. Right? Let's keep it a bean. I mean, Butler's been in the league for 3 years. Bernie for 2. All right, guys. You got a rookie on yo. Hey, you got a rookie on you, bro. Like I say, I think personally, he takes that spot behind Spillane. I think he becomes, the spell for Spillane when needed, especially for a second down. A lot of run heavy expected plays right out. That's where I think you're going to see this guy used immediately, effectively, right now. Coming from Ohio State run game. Football head, ladies and gentlemen. He's a football head. Again, if you watch the presser, if you watch anything about him in general and what they say about him and, how he loves the game of football, you don't have to worry. And that's why I say, it's pretty much a shoo-in. Bottom line is, the guys that are fighting for that last spot, right, is Malga, Butler, and Bernie. Out of those 3, one of them. I don't see any or many of these guys survive in practice squad. I think they'll do something different. I don't know. I have no idea. Right now we're way past my pay grade, if you will. Truth be told, all of it is past all of our pay grades in that respect, unless you actually work for the Raiders and do this for a living. Because otherwise, it's all opinion, speculation, etc. And I love doing it, especially the people that want to listen to it and debate it, right? All of that good stuff. So, yeah, we are 40 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately, Turp hasn't even started to really lay down. How we get through these last guys just for that one person. And again, don't forget, we got a bonus. We got a bonus guy because we definitely expect somebody, right? Yeah, we're going to expect somebody to make it. And I think it's a lot that has to do with special teams. My guy Tone says, I think we are going to have to let a lot of talent go to get to the 53-man roster. You are 100% correct. 100% correct. My guy, Raider Paul, is in the building. Salute, Raider Paul, man. Appreciate you came through, man. Hope you enjoy the show. So, yeah. I absolutely think that we very well could keep 6. And that's why I wanted to go through this exercise because, again, we got Spillane. That's one. We got Diablo, that's two. That's our starters, right? We got Masterson, that's three. We got Eichenberg, that's four. We keep five. We keep five. Malga made practice squad last year. He could be a grade five with Diablo. Pardon me, with Bernie and Butler on the outside looking in. Obviously something happened to where we had injury and Bernie snuck back in, if you will, from previous years, and then actually started because he beat out Curtis Bolton. But as you can notice, Curtis Bolton is no longer on this list, so he doesn't have to beat him out anymore. So how do you go about it? You got Butler, Bernie, and Malga. And Malga is that guy. He was on the practice squad. Where is he? What year is he? This is his second year out of USC. So he's got pedigree. He's got all those things you want to look for as far as those intangibles. And you don't have to worry about. At least he had some kind of competition. He wasn't, dealing with some wild league. Let's just keep it a buck, right? I have no problem with it. Your position absolutely does matter depending on where you play, and what level, because that's where I think that difference level makes, from D1, D2 to D3, right? We all understand that the skill position, guys, that's pretty much the same. It's that interior. It's that core, that linebacker, lineman, just the big bodies. I didn't make the rules, ladies and gentlemen. Get mad at me. The big bodies rule, baby. That offensive line and that defensive line, the line of scrimmage is where you win the game. I don't care how much you love your greatest receiver, running back, quarterback. Them guys have no shot in hell. Plus, that offense and defensive line is sound. Same thing on defense for your linebackers, corners, safety, all that, all the picks, and Jack Jones high stepping in the end zone like Dion. None of that happens without them hogs. Without them big bodies, without them boys in the middle. It's just the way it goes. And I have mad respect. I lived with one. It still baffles me that he flies planes today. It doesn't even make sense. I swear I gotta see him. I've gotten pictures, but I gotta see him with my own two eyes, physically getting that cockpit. Pause, right? My roommate was 6'3", 6'4". I was like, dude, you're a defensive end. You're not fitting in the front of a freaking cockpit. But anyways, I digress. Yes. Yeah, it'll be interesting. And then if we have to look at it as Devon Butler and Amari Burney, I think Burney wins. I think Bernie wins. I think Amari Bernie wins that battle. Malga, I don't know how to see it. Do we have anything on Malga, guys? Anything to help us? He's got to be next man up. I just don't even know what position, right? He's 6'2", 245, so he's literally the biggest guy at the linebacker position. So that leads me to believe he's got to be the middle linebacker. Come on, guys. Let's keep it a buck. There's no way He's literally the biggest one. I mean, Divine is 6'3". Amari, who we just drafted, but he's not gonna make the cut. 236. Yeah, he's not gonna make the cut. So it's just what I see. Again, gotta remember we don't have much to go on, ladies and gentlemen. And right now the roster's fat. It's 90 plus. Cheers to the roster. Cheers to everybody that loves this enough to deal with listening to not only me, TRS, everybody that loves football like this. I love it, man. I was just a part of a rip when it comes to cards and so forth. I've showed my cards from LQ Sport. Shout out to LQ Sport. I won Swift card, 23 out of 100 tonight. Cloth cut, one of these cards. I won 2 cards tonight, man. It was pretty smooth. I should have recorded it or something and put it up here for him. I'm a sports junkie, ladies and gentlemen. I'm always going to have all that I can afford when it comes to that. That makes sense. And I don't ever if you see Turf selling anything sports-wise related, I've lost it all. I'm done. I've checked out. I'm going to that upper room. I love my sports stuff. I respect these guys, man. I respect what they do. I respect trying to get to what they do. On your own. Then I shouldn't say on your own, but you know what I mean. It takes on your own to really get there. It's only you can push you as far as you need to be pushed to get there. I promise you. There's no other way around that, what I just said. So, but yeah, we're pushing through. I'm pushing through. We are 47 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just going to give my final take, right? My final LQ Sports, Marv. LQ, it's a Q. LQ Sports. They do all kinds of raffles, auctions, all sports stuff, cards, and I'm so much part of all of this stuff as far as football is concerned, specifically football, and specifically Raider Nation. No, don't get it twisted. I don't want any other sports gear. It's Raider Nation, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I want. Anything you got, Raider Nation, that's what I do. So yeah, like I say, last guy I'm going to have to give it to. Last but not least, drum roll. I wish I had it on here. Heartbeat. It is loud. And I just tricked y'all because it's not my way. Yeah, it's not my way at all. Think about it. I think Eichenberg is going to back up Masterson. Spillane. I think he's actually going to end up doing whatever he can, but that's his natural position. I really think it absolutely is going to be wherever you fit in until it makes sense for him to get in and play his position. That's just what it's going to be. I don't have much faith in any of these other guys. I think Marlon is probably going to, see the road. His second year, he'd be third string at best, and no one's putting him anywhere in will position and actually having to worry about them changing the play call and him in the coverage. Forget about it. So that naturally leaves you with Butler and Bernie. And I already gave away what I would do. I've already given it away. I've already said it. Darian Butler, great. But you see who we kept, right? For our starting five, Amari Burney was part of that. I'm not going to say he did a whole lot to keep his job, but I don't think he did a whole lot to lose it to him and Butler. Am I wrong? Am I not seeing this right, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody tell me. Somebody give me something if I'm wrong. I don't think so, though. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Turf is solid. Turf is solid on this. Solid. So let me make sure that I put this loud and clear before I take this board off and give closing and finish having a little bit more conversation with Raider Nation. But my five, right? I have my middle linebacker as Robert Spillane. Shout out to Robert Spillane. Yeah, because that's the most important, right? He's the quarterback of the defense. It's Robert Spillane. Who's next? You already know the guy that gets hurt is Diablo, right? But hey, he's got to fight for this position, man. That's something we didn't talk about. I'm not going to drag y'all into it, right? We already have a lot of people we drag in the fights with when it comes to specific guys, and it's really 50-50. And I really don't know. Tell me, who is Diablo somebody that everybody's already given the pass and love? And oh yeah, absolutely. I see him as a person that doesn't get a lot of scrutiny. Anybody listening to me? I don't see him getting a lot of scrutiny at all. Right? Hey, I don't see him getting any scrutiny. Tell me if I'm wrong. So that's why I'm at it where I am when it comes to that. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it all unfolds. And what if we do keep out a sixth guy? And you know what I mean? Can Amari Burney be that dude that can get it done in the special team side of things? He's 6'2", 228 pounds. So I think he's got the right size. He's got the right the makeup, if you will. That's how I would view it. Because you don't want somebody that can't move. You want someone with size, 6'2", 225, 28, right? So you cannot somebody that can't move, a.k.a. Malga, 6'2", 245. It's a little difference in that. Now, hey, I could be wrong. We could go down the stats. You know what I'm saying? We could go down the stats and look to see, what this look like. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to say much of anything when it comes to that. But we'll have to see. I see some stragglers coming in. I see some stragglers coming in. I see you SoCal Sal in the building. Appreciate you for coming through and stopping in, my guy. Yep. Catch the replay. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. You already know this is one of my fan favorites, bro. I love Cowtown, man. Cowtown, you were the dude, man. We still all waiting for the channel, bro. Hey, I know you hear that lobby noise coming out of camp, Turf. I do hear it, and I have a whole take on it. I mean, I pray for Lobby to make it from that respect. Like, I don't want the kid to get. He's got so much hype on him. I don't know how he'll come out of it. Even if he did his best and really didn't mess up, because I think the expectations and hopes are so high on him. I mean, for crying out loud, they're talking about freaking Christian. I feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for the kid. You feel what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I mean by that. I feel bad for the kid. He's got a lot of hype to live up to. And that can make or break a rookie. Some guys will eat it up. They love the criticism. Oh, you want to prove them wrong. Perfect. Others, sensitive as tissue paper. Sensitive as tissue paper. It's out there already, ladies and gentlemen. I deal with it every day. All day. I deal with it every day, all day. I have been. Don't get me started. Yep. Yeah. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not 100% sold. Where's Leah? Where's Leah? I'm not 100% sold on our linebacking core. I think we got some holes. If Amari Burney has to step in as the weakest link, who's happy with it? Do you think he can foot the bill? Do you think he can deliver? I don't know. I'm not sure. I really can't say I think he will or he won't, right? It's tough. It's a tough call. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tough call. Turf's got closing arguments. I shouldn't say arguments. Thoughts, right? Pull down everything for a reason, right? We already know. Robert Spillane, right? Divine Diablo, Masterson, Eichenberg, and then obviously, last but not least, based on the list, right, that we currently have, I mean, it's got to be Bernie. It's got to be Bernie. I think Malga and Darian Butler go home. I think that's what happens in this scenario. And that's our starting five. And then if there's a starting six, again, I have to go with the athleticism based on the new rules and special teams. If we're going to go for that sixth guy, I'm telling you, it's Darian Butler. It's Butler, unless we go out and surprise ourselves on something big. And it shifts everything. Shift left out here. Now I'm starting to get into tech talk. Shift left. Anybody know about shift left in the tech world? Shift left. Everything. Shift left. Right? Find the nail in the road before you see the nail in the road. Shifting left. I know what the hell is Turf though. Yeah. Tony put it out there. I was gonna try to find it. I do appreciate you, Tony. Thank you. I'm trying to settle in, my guy. I'm trying to settle in, man. So yeah. But I am not sold on the fact that our cornerback, our secondary, is the weakest link. I'm not sold on that, ladies and gentlemen. Are you sold on it? I'd love to talk about this. What do y'all think is the weakest? We are just now starting the defense. We just now starting the linebackers. God rest his soul, Rodney. My God, man. Love you, bro. Man, sad situations. But yeah, we definitely talking about it. Linebackers. Please, somebody say something, anything. How do you see it? I think it's I'll put it to you this way. If we're looking at the upside of this team defensively, yes, the linebacking core is by far the weakest. The weakest link. It's the weakest. Cornerbacks, we got a shot. Why? Because of the defensive line. Call it how I see it. I'll tell you why. I'm not going to just leave you hanging, right? I'm just not going. Right? You got clickbait, and boom, cut it right after that bomb, because of defensive line. Our defensive line is going to allow people with 4.3 speed to know they absolutely can recover. Recover like nobody's business. Because you got Wilkins, you got Cross, you got come on, man. You got everybody on that booty. You got everybody on that ass. You know how it's a problem. It's a problem. Defense. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Look, it's the heart of the game, in my opinion. You got that. I'll never forget it. It's just what it is. It's offensive guys. I'm sorry, y'all a bunch of pansies. Me included. I'm a pansy. Pansy. Turf. Yeah. I have to admit it. Agree to it. All of that. It's just par for the course. Your offense, flashy, flamboyant. The spotlight. Defense don't get that. They actually have to work for it. Said it. Yeah. I said it. Yeah. So I am happy about what we have. It's been a long time coming that we've had a defense we can be proud of. I've already given all of the background on the coaching staff defensively. It starts with the head coach. We all know where that comes from. It's so funny, man. Folks, I know my guys get tired of me. I know I could see Chris ain't here, Turf. I could see Rundown just not even paying no attention, and then I don't know what Leo does. Y'all should ask Leo, what do you do when Turf starts just rambling on? Like, it'd be a good question for him. He's the one that answers most though too, so that's why I say I wonder. And I get it. I ramble, dude. I love my squad. I love my people. I love my clique. I love shooting the shit with all of this. I do. It's I could talk football, Raiders all day, all night. And now I'm finally putting the cap on it, That 115, hour 15 minutes is where Turf goes with it. I'm trying. I'm going through recovery. But real talk, I like to hear everybody's opinions, and and I was gonna start working on that. Yep, Turf is letting the cat out of the bag. I definitely want to create a show where we can get people up. You know what I'm saying? Just get people up. Say what they gotta say. Put their opinion out there. All that good stuff. We're gonna run through it, man. We're gonna run through it. I see a couple of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Look, I love everybody that comes through here. Fans. Will AP develop the cornerbacks? Man, development is going to make or break this team. Salute y'all. Unfazed, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Check it out. Go back. You'll see. Let us know how you feel, man. And for sure, we will listen. We will absolutely listen. That's why I'm getting all of your takes right now. I don't recall you, but I love getting new people's takes and, all the things that we want to hear that's not in the echo chamber. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want this to be an echo chamber. I want it to be, man, that's why I loved war. I never agreed with war. Never. Did y'all not know? I never agreed with war. War was, that was a struggle. Now war is like my favorite dude. War is literally my favorite dude, bro. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Hey, my guy Santanio Raider. Lives Matter. Started late and had to rewind it. Y'all already know, man. That's how it go. That's why I had to come in and, you know what I'm saying, get it going and make sure I give my salute. Hey, Raider Allegiance. Salute to all Raiders. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through, stopping. Get that fix. Talk about that Raider talk, that stuff we do. Yeah, we closing. We getting there to closing out, man. And I just want to make sure that we got all the conversation needed for the linebackers. Look, I've already said it. I'm not sold on Divine. I'm ready. I'm ready to see what he's got going. Me and Rundown are identical on this. Let's put up or shut up. I don't have a problem putting that out there on Front Street for everybody to debate, have a good time, and talk about we wrong, we right, all right? Just it is what it is. Bro, that's another beautiful show. I don't know why I'm getting so many free advertisements tonight. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, we starting to close this out, ladies and gentlemen. I am excited for our linebacking core. I think we got a lot to improve on. But at the same time, we got a lot to be happy about. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot to be happy about. And I think moving forward, you're going to see a different Raider team. As y'all know, I just started a new gig. Ran into a Raider fan today, his son. Yeah, I got my son a Raider fan too, and unfortunately, he hasn't had much to root for. It's like, yo, this is so sad. I'm telling y'all, man. I want y'all to know it is that history repeats itself. History repeats itself, man. Hey, my guy showed up, came through. You already know, super fan. Mr. Bro, are you buying this Jack Jones working at wide receiver talk? It's for Divine. I'm a fan. I think he's improving. Lays his ass off against the Broncos for whatever reason. You know what that reason is? Because he knows we hate the donkeys. Look, excellent point. Excellent point, Scott. And I'm gonna leave that up for a lot of reasons. Buying Jack Jones at wide receiver. Let's talk about it. I'll put it to y'all like this. I really think you're about to see potentially the most 3-and-outs from a defense that has ever happened in NFL history. I think that's a possibility. I think the line that they developed, Tyree coming in, that's going to be night and day. He was never right from the first season to begin with, injury, etc. I just have a feeling you are about to see something crazy. And if and when that happens, yeah, I think Jack Jones playing wide receiver makes sense. You know why? Because he's not going to have much defense to play. They're not going to throw it to him anyways. And we already know if you throw it to him, he's going to take it to the house. So why not give him the ability to get the ball on the other side of the field? You know, if it makes sense. Think about it. Our offensive wide receiving corp ain't, outside of it being top heavy, it's not just like deep. And it's very possible that we could use him as an offensive line. Wide receiver. Why not? We know the kid can make the ball, he can make the moves to get to the end zone with the ball in his hands. So I think this is a fabulous point, Scott. Fabulous point, man. Yeah, and as far as Divine, I know you're a Divine. I know you got a love for him. Yep. So I'm gonna give you that. His props for it. And being what he is and does. It's just he's got to prove himself as far as injuries, in my opinion. His injuries is his problem, Scott. So get that fixed. Be on the field more, and then now you can kill the naysayers on the other aspects of the things that they have to, try to act like matters, if you will. Who cares? Who knows? Who cares? It is what it is. My guy, 2-6 in the building. Top 10 at the end of the show, my guy. I appreciate you. Hopefully you can watch the replay. Enjoy the show. Shout out to my people that's on freaking Instagram. I see all y'all. Gabe, Lady Jess, Nutos, my team designs, and Mike Cavazos. Yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all for coming through. And kicking it with your boy, man. This is the Linebackers, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I got, man. That's what I got. Last but not least, Raider transplant. Hey. I appreciate it. I show this because, again, a couple of other people said it. I want to make sure I pay respects. I really do appreciate y'all for that. It was a job that was well needed and wanted, and luckily one that was a choice and not, I'm just taking whatever I want. I absolutely adore where I'm working at right now. I'm not gonna put my company on blast. Trust me. It's if I were to, you go look. You can figure it out on your own. Turf don't hide. I'm a public figure, as they say, right? I'm not here trying to rob nobody. But yeah, man, I adore where I'm at, man. It's a great spot, and it's taking up a lot of my time. So trust and believe. Hey, yes, when I'm digging and finding these facts, I could be wrong. I want y'all to tell me I'm wrong. Why do you think I asked the chat? Why? Because chat lives matter. Chat lives matter. That's what we do this for. We love to get the interaction, back and forth. Hey, get me when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Back me up when I'm right. All that. You know what I mean? Put those facts out there. Put it out there in the chat. Put it out there for people to see it. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we all want one thing, no matter how you feel. Even if you're rooting against somebody, which is something I never could understand or would understand in my life, because we should want everybody in Raider Nation to succeed. So yeah, everybody. How come everybody? Is there a game? What is going on? How come everybody's showing up right now? OJ Raiders in the building. Salute, bro. Salute, man. Everybody showing up, but it is time to go. It's an hour 15. I said I was going to do an hour 15. Look, I'm 23 seconds over. Y'all took 23 seconds of Turf's life that he said he wasn't giving up. And it's not because I don't want to. Bro, I love it. You could ask anybody. I love talking Raider Nation. I'll talk it all day, every day, twice a week on Sunday. I'll talk it all day. So. But I'm out, man. Look, I don't know what's next. Linebackers today. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's all I can say. But guess what? Turf is out. Peace.
I mean, I don't see how we can't be happy about that.
Decomposing, you been bugging.
It should.
So I immediately, set myself up, to expect the news. VIP section, you guys know how to do. So that's it.